Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the Warrior Way. I am so grateful to be on here. So grateful for my breath. I'm so grateful to be alive. I'm so grateful to be in this moment. I have gone through a lot in my life, a lot of different tests, a lot of different trials, tribulations. I'm sure many people have gone through whatever they've gone through. We've all been through many tests. I don't just believe that I've been through tests in this lifetime. I believe that I've been through many tests and trials and tribulations in other lifetimes. I was born, as I've mentioned, into a Jewish family in this incarnation. And from when you speak to people about Jewish people as time went on, they were the people that were handling money. That's what their jobs were. And I really feel that's why Jewish people have, a lot of people have animosity towards Jewish people because of the money stuff that goes on in the Jewish community, the hoarding of wealth, the obsession over money. For me, too, it's definitely been a thing, the survival over money. Unfortunately, not everybody, of course not, it's not everybody, but for a lot of people, money became the God. Money, the green paper literally became God. And for me, too, because it's a source of how we pay our bills, how we do things, or how we think that things need to be done. And it's a very difficult one to work your way through. It's one of the hardest tests. I think they say that even the greatest masters, the hardest thing for them is also going through this money journey. And for me, it's no different. I've learned that the source of energy is God, of all energy. Monetary energy as well is God, and God decides whether or not people are going to have based on the means He wants to give you. Now, the old way of thinking that I used to be in was that in order to have, you have to go and do in order to receive. So cause and then effect. And a lot of our with and because of the programming we put in, we feel there are certain things we need to do because if we don't do them, then how is the result going to happen? And that's true on many levels. And you need to do whatever it is you need to do. Everyone needs to do what they need to do based on where they're at. No one should change one thing they're doing until they feel they need to make a change. But at some point on this journey, this spiritual journey that I was taking, I didn't have much of a choice when you start seeing things, when you start to feel things a certain way. All of a sudden, you feel like life for me had to go a certain direction. I had to give up a lot of things in my life, a lot of the ways I used to live. And this is one of them too. It's like give up that life of like forcing my way into having. That doesn't mean I'm not gonna have what I'm supposed to have. It means that I know however much I'm supposed to have and exactly the moment I'm supposed to have, I'm gonna have it. If I'm supposed to have millions, I can have it right now. If I'm supposed to have thousands, that's what I'll have. If I'm supposed to have ones, that's what I'll have. If I'm supposed to have nothing, that's what I'll have. It's every single moment. Now, I truly believe that God put me here to take care of myself, that He's going to take care of me every single second. I truly believe that. And the way that I personally do that is I try to just go moment to moment to moment. But of course, those thoughts come in about the future because of my programming that I've been put in constantly will come up for me. And I've constantly learned to put them back down, to be here and to talk about it, to not pretend that they don't exist, to talk about those things because there are other people going struggling through this. I know that so many people watch videos. I know because I have, there are a lot of videos out there that will say from humans, from AI, from all kinds of things saying your blessings are coming, everything's gonna come towards you, and it's true. All of those videos are true. People are telling you it. It's a 100% true. Blessings are gonna come. They're gonna say it could come through all kinds of mechanisms, and all of it's true. You just have to believe that that's true. You have to know that that's true. I know that's true. It literally can come through all those mechanisms. It doesn't have to come through the stream that you think it's coming from. Like you make a YouTube video, you think like, oh, it's going to come through YouTube. It's going to come through like, I'm going to make YouTube video after YouTube video, and like maybe it's going to come through here. And like maybe it's not at all. Maybe the point of doing YouTube is because you enjoy doing YouTube. You should just do it because you're enjoying doing it. And then whatever it is may come about through it. Could possibly be, but it also could be that it has nothing to do with it. I remember my first job, my first real job, I guess, like real job when I was married and I was trying to get a job, I must have applied to hundreds of jobs. I had hundreds of jobs. And I'll never forget that I got a phone call out of the blue from the place where I interned, and my old supervisor calls me up. He's like, "Hey, are you looking for a job?" It had nothing to do with any of the jobs I applied to. Like, it wasn't even posted as something I would have known about. It was God. God sending me that at the exact moment that I needed it. Now, I was working here and there doing other things, but this was the first real, like, full-time job. I remember I was like working a part-time job before that. It's every moment, it's that whatever it is that you need in that particular moment is exactly going to come to you at that exact time. It's like my teachers used to say, like, when they were speaking, like, I'm not only speaking to you, I'm speaking to myself. And it's just true about myself. Like, I know that whatever's supposed to happen is going to happen. Whatever you're meant to have is what you're going to have. And therefore, you can give whatever you need to give as well. And I've learned to give during this journey even more so than I've ever given, because I know that in order to live, you need to give. And I've given my time, my energy, whatever money, whatever it takes to help others, to help people that come across my path, whether it's talking to them, giving them a kind word. I was having a conversation with someone earlier today, and I was saying that I would give a hug to anyone that really needs a real hug. Like, sometimes we just need that real hug, that real love, that real warmth from the people that love us, but a lot of times they can't give you that real warmth, the real love, the full on embrace the way you need it, because they can't, because they don't feel it for themselves. So if you don't really feel it for yourself to fully embrace another, because you can't, because you don't fully embrace yourself. And I'm able to do that now because I fully embrace myself. It's like my own children. It's like if they ever needed that, I'm there. Funny, of course they push you away, like kids be like, ah, don't touch me, or they when you kiss them, they look the other way. But it's that feeling of like they can get it. I fully feel that way. I I know that others struggle with their own fears, and that's our family members, our friends. It's not that they don't want to, it's that they have their own fears, their own things that they can't let go of. That doesn't mean I don't have my fears and things that I'm still holding a little bit here and there, but I've really learned to not hold it so tight. I think that they're there on levels that are, if people understood my life on a day to day, they would understand it. It's hard to like give it over in words, the best we can do, but to express, like, it's just loving the entity that you are full on, and knowing that you're covered every single second, knowing that the God energy is inside you, that God wouldn't ever abandon you. Now I know that, and I fully embraced it, and I've cried over it many, many times. For those of you who know, like, if you've been through it, there's cries, but it's not, you're no longer crying from a sadness, you're crying from a knowing. There's a difference. Like, when I was younger and I cried from sadness, whatever it was, that people didn't understand me, or God, come on, God, please, 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 and you would cry over, like, begging. Then you get to a place of, like, where it's just called timing, the divine timing, where you're crying because you're just like, God, just make it the time now. But you're like, okay, but now I feel so good now. Like, I'm crying because I know, but it's now. It's all now. And you're crying of, like, the expression of, like, you could only turn towards Him. You can't turn to anybody else to when you're going through this journey. And if you are in this with me, please comment about your own tears, about your own cries, about your own relationship to God. I'd love to hear from you, because that means, if you're expressing that stuff, you're probably in a similar place to myself, where, like, you can't turn to anyone else but Him. That's the only place to turn, right? I was asked recently, like, about my friends and my circle. Like, I don't have the same friends and circle I used to have at all. I there's certain people that are in my life in a certain way, but I don't have people I'm hanging out with on a regular. I hang out with nature. Nature's become my best friend. I hang out with my partner, which is God, and I know that God's going to allow those people to come into my life when the time is right. The people that are aligned with my path, the people that are on the same trajectory, the people that can talk and be in a place of wanting to talk, to live in that place of here and now with God, full on, letting go of all the old stuff, all the old structures of having to have a certain way. And I'm grateful to be walking this path. I know it's a path that people have walked before me, I'm not the only one to walk this path. But I do feel when you're walking in this path, you're walking into a reality that you end up in a different place than other people, and that's why you can't be in the same places you once were before, and that's why you can't really be around the same people you were before because you're just not where you were before. And people want to bring your old stuff into this new place with you, and you can't do it. You just can't allow it. It's a funny place. Like I'm wearing a Miami Heat shirt. I spent a lot of time in Miami, but that's like my old life, sports life. Like, yeah, I can watch a sports game here and there, and I talk sports. I watch my kids' game, but like, it doesn't have the same pull on you anymore. It doesn't have the same pull on me. It's like I haven't watched a sports game in a while. I watch movies. Maybe that has more of a pull on me. It's more that it doesn't have a pull on me. Like I could turn off the movie, and I used to have the game. Like I couldn't turn it off. And now it just doesn't appeal to me the same way. It doesn't have the same meaning. It's not meaningful like it used to be. And things that become meaningful in your life, it changes over the course of time. It's like what becomes meaningful now is like the here and now, the nature, the helping others free themselves of the craziness that we used to all be in. And those of you who are watching my videos are obviously on that journey of like breaking free of all those systems you were once in and letting go of the old programming. And they keep on coming up. The old programming will still come up. It still comes up for me. I think a Jewish incarnation, like being born into this particular incarnation, is a really, for those of you who know, like that, there are things like that are deep, deep of like breaking free of it. Like they tell you in the religion, like if you're born Jewish, you can't ever not be Jewish. No other religion says that. I think like it's just like you convert, but like even if you're Jewish but you convert to another religion, you can't. They'll still consider you Jewish. It's like so embedded. They don't want you to. They're forcing you. Like, no, it's so special that like that's what's so special about it. But really, it's a prison. Wow, I have to say that on here. It's a prison. Of course, it doesn't have to be a prison for those of you who are loving it. But again, it's like anything in life. If you love what you're doing, do it. Do what you love, and you'll have to give it up anyway. We're all going to go at some point, so we're all going to give up whatever we're holding on to. It's only temporary in this lifetime. But for me, it was completely a prison of like you have to think a certain way, you have to be a certain way. Everyone should be the exact same thing. Wow. It's like a formula, like to be a certain way, like soldiers. They used to compare us to soldiers. Like you wear a uniform to be a soldier. That everyone's exactly the same, and there's no uniqueness. We're all unique. We're all so different. Our own paths are each of us have our own path. There's no one method. Like it can give you like it's like literally I can give you exactly what I do, and it won't necessarily work for you because it's my path. Your path, you could take a little bit. It's like ingredients. Like you follow the ingredients, you're going to come up with the same thing. Well, it doesn't work like that with humans. God made us each special in our own unique way. We're going to take a little bit from here, a little bit from here, a little bit from here, but ultimately, got to dig in here. And I had to keep digging, and I still do every day. I go further and further in, and the veil becomes a little more thin. That's just what happens. It starts to get thinner and thinner of like what you start to see, and you start being grateful for what you see. I started sharing with people like things that happen, and not sharing out of ego, but sharing out of understanding that this is what happens. It's nature responds to you in a certain way when that's how you know. Synchronicities start to happen to you in a certain way, and you know, and you're just so thankful for those signs. You're thankful for God constantly showing you. It's every single thing. It's this video. This should be confirmation for somebody, and it probably is, but it's confirmation for me right in this moment to say this to you. It's exactly at the moment that you need it. Every single thing. And we're here to help each other through, and I hope that I'm helping people get through, because that's what I want to do, and I want to give each person their own clue. But again, your clue is your clue, and you can't help someone see their own way through fully. It's like you could bring someone. It's like the saying, you bring the horse to the water, but you can't make the horse drink the water. Everyone has their own. You could help them see it, walk them a certain path. We're all helping each other walk our each other home, but ultimately you already are home. I'm already home, you're already home. So what can we do for you? Nothing. You're already there. You just have to know you're there. So I hope this helped. And if it did, share your comments, share your own experiences, your own relationship to God, your own relationship to the spiritual journey. I'd love to hear from you. I hope you have a great rest of the day. I will talk to you on the next one.